Yo, so I heard you want to make some rhythm, some sqr4 sound and rhythm to be exact, but you don't got Reason Rack. So what do? Well, I'm here today to help you. Let's transition. Boom. Holy shit! Look at how smooth that was. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Okay, so as you guys can already tell, this is already gonna be a video, a little tutorial video, I guess you could say. Sorry about my voice. It's a little I'm sort of losing my voice a bit right now, but let me say, I'm still able to do this. So let's do it. So let's open up a Vital. So this is how I would do a sqr4 in Vital. Boom. So I've saved my own initial preset. So if you want to do that, you just gotta right click on the preset or whatever, and then hit set as default preset if you want to set your own custom initial preset. So what's gonna happen is now that we got this, we got a pulse width. Perfect. This is what it sounds like. You can already start to hear that rhythm. What you want to do is slap this on here. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Now what we want to do is turn the voices up to 4 voices and turn the detune percentage up to 4%. Because the percentage at the lower amounts especially does a lot to give it that stuff. So let's play it without the on LFO right now. Oh, you can hear that. Now let's turn it on. And you can really hear it when you go up and down with notes. Boom. And look at that. We already got the basis of the sound down. And the cool thing about this is Vital is free. Anyone can do it. And you can do this with pretty much any synth that has square and detune. You don't even need a pulse width necessarily, because I'm only using the first initial variation of it. So what we're gonna do now is go into the effects. Boom, that's number 1. Effects, slap on a compressor, take it at low end. Then if you want to add more space, you can by adding a chorus with either 32 to 1 or freeze. This gives you a little movement. This gives it a frozen sound. You're gonna have a little bit of movement. Trying to mix it a little more. So that way we just have a little width and a bit of tonality. Boom. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up oscillators 3 and get our effect on there. Oh, that effect. Did I say effect? Silly me. I meant to say our sub. So I have oscillator 3 running through a direct output. That way it's not being affected by anything in the effects. So that's why when you listen to this, it's still got its low end because it's not being affected by the effects. And that's good. Now we begin a thicker sound. Boom. Now that we got that, that's literally all you need for that. Go into your effects and let me just open up a rack and I'll break down what the rack is doing. We'll open up my soft clipper rack. Well, I call it soft clipper rack because on my master, I got a soft clipper, I got an M compressor. This is the settings if you want to look at it. Boom, and M compressor is free, so download it if you want. And I got a Soothe too, and this is just running like this. This is what it looks like. You just need these, so you don't even need Soothe. It just helps clean up the sound of the mix a little more. Boom, soft clipper, M compressor, and Soothe too. I'm not gonna lie, I learned this rack from an ominous 1-hour challenge video. I'm not gonna sit here and say I created this rack on my own, but it's working so far, and I'm utilizing it. Boom, now that we got that, let's go through each effect before we hit it. Actually, let's hear what it sounds like with all the effects. Ooh. So now that we got that going, let's start going to the effects. We start off with the sound goodizer because this gives it the initial thickness. So before sound goodizer, with it adds a foundational. It just boosts it a bit, crisps it just a tiny bit. Then we had an OTG to clean it up and boost that low end initial low, and also raise the volume a little more. Before, after, you can hear it's bringing out more mids. It's bringing out more mid frequencies, more mid tonality. You get more of that. It sounds less thin. You get more meat on your bone with this. Then you slap on a disperser because fuck, who doesn't use dispersion rhythm? Oh, before, after. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, insane. And if you don't have disperser, FL Studio has a little Easter egg. If you go and open up a patcher, and you go to presets and open up a Xenofish preset, and you go to disperser, you have yourself technically a free disperser. So if I turn this one off and turn this one on, you can start to hear. I like to hit run for the low pass frequency so you aren't affecting any low end, because I feel like when you're dispersing too much low end, you get like residual a residual subtail. As you hear, we don't have that. If I turn this off though, you hear that? Yeah, see that tail? You hear that tail? Now if we turn this on, you don't have that tail anymore. So you're gonna hit run and just turn the frequency up a bit. I don't know why it's not showing up. Usually it does, but like, just trust me when I say that this is probably cutting out everything 200 hertz and under. And just do until it sounds good, basically. That's all you really gotta do. And it has 3 stages, so this is what the first stage sounds like. Ooh. Second stage is like gets more intense with this higher stage. Third stage. Oh, you hear it too loud? But because I'm using the kilohertz, so you don't need to use that. That's just a fun thing if you want to use disperser but don't have one. There's literally a free one in FL. And it's really good as well. Once you learn how to use it, especially, I love it. Now that we got that, let's add our camel fat. So this is like an expanded upon camel crusher. Before, after. This isn't doing a whole lot. It's more so for leveling. It's just bringing it up slightly more, and it makes it sound just a little thicker, not too much thicker. Then we add the EQ, because next up, we're gonna do something that's gonna require this. Pro Q3, I'm using it, so I'm mid-side EQing all the low end out of the sides up into 200 hertz, basically, well, 186.66 to be exact. But this allows me to have more of a stereo sound. You can't hear the low end in it right now, but once we turn this saturator on, oh, now you'll hear that low end. Yeah, you hear that? Now you have a mono low end. Boom. And if we look at the saturator, the reason why it's sounding a little more stereo is because I have the stereo turbo turned up and the drive turned up a little more. So that way you get this cool sort of crunch / stereo. And with that, you can use a lot of other plugins as well. It's just saturator I'm just used to, and it's fun. I love saturator. And finally, we have an OTT. The louden it, turn up that, really nothing much more than just loudening it and turning off the upwards compression. It just makes it so much crispier and cleaner. Boom. So let's get a pattern in here, for example. Let's go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go a simple 2-note up and down. We're just gonna go boom, boom, and we'll have this go for 2 bars. Boom, cut this right here. So now we got it. So now, if we select drums in here, for example, like this, and we start doing the rhythm style beat, let's go boom, boom, oops, boom, boom. This is when we start hearing it. Wait, fuck, this song. Now that kick ain't punching hard enough, so we gotta double click the kick, go and add it on any rack. I like to do 10. Then I add a compressor, because usually the compressors will bring out some nice meaty shit and it'll just make it a little louder. Now I'm gonna turn that makeup gain up because we're not sidechaining with this. And now if I did this, you would hear it. It would usually it would work decently, but not the best. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add something called Fruity Peak Controller, and this is gonna allow me to capture the peak, shake it, boom. Now it's not doing much right now because on top of the OTT on the bass rack, we gotta add a fruity balance. And when you add a fruity balance, you essentially want to go and hit link the controller, Let's see if you can even see this. No, you can't see the screen, but when you go and hit link the controller, you want to go to where it says internal controller. And once you do that, all you want to do is click that and hit the peak control. Next time I'll do a video on this alone, so I can go in depth a little more, because I'm no genius with this shit, but I know how to do it a little more now. I've been doing it for the past couple of weeks, I guess you could say. So like I said, I'm still pretty new to it, but it's working out pretty well. Boom. So once you do that, you'll start to see the volume. Boom. But you'll notice your volume is hitting 5 decibels now rather than where it was. So it's sounding a little loud, which will lead to us losing a little bit of quality. So what we're going to do is in the peak controller, we're going to go turn the bass up to about there, probably just a little bit more like that. Check out the balance, and it's 1.4. So I'm thinking, let's turn this up. Actually, what we could do is we can have both of them open at the same time here, and turn up the bass. 0. That's perfect. Oh my God! Now when this is hitting, ooh. Now that you got that, just add your claps and shit, and you got yourself a beat. And you know, I'll show. Well, guys, I'll just show this project because I was making a final version of what would have sounded like if you did like add more. But this is close enough. This has all the same fundamentals and everything. The reason why I can't show that is because my laptop shit the bed, and so I just sort of, it didn't autosave as well. So I'm just gonna show this one, and I'll show you the variations as well. So here's what you can turn into if you work on that sound more. But yeah, so all I really would have done with it is, as you see here, these basses are all the same thing, you know, the shark fin, square, pulse width with the 4 voices, and everything basically, yeah, it's all the same. Except with the variation, this is what I was going to show how to make in the other video until it crashed sadly, is this variation right here, where you add a bit of tonality. All I ever do is I slap 19 voices on a basic shape saw running, and it just sounds like this. Or you can even go but you get the point. Other than that though, that's how you make sqr4 rhythm and make the variations. Other than that, catch you guys in the next video, and yeah, peace.